This is my 1988 Ford F250 5.8 liter 4x4. Right now I'm starting to take the whole front end out so I can replace this 5.8. It's got a really bad misfire. I checked everything. I got tired of it. This truck is freaking mint. It's a lot of surface thrust. Only stress spot is this one. 2 cab corners, obviously. Those always go bad. But other than that, she's beautiful. She's got the 5-speed transmission. And I'm gonna start tearing into this front end so I can get the engine out, and I'll keep you updated. Here we go. I'm starting off with this thing, then the grill, and then the headlights, and then this little piece here. And then I'm gonna take off the radiator cap, the radiator. I'm just gonna pull pretty much the front clip out so then I can start tearing into the motor. Got all the parts off. This is what it looks like. It looks so different. But yeah, next thing is to remove the engine. Here's all the parts. I had these bolts snap off on me right here. I was not surprised at all. Both of them, both sides, here and here. I took off the whole front. It's literally 2 bolts right here. And this bracket comes off because as you're taking everything off, all these bolts and nuts already are coming off. But I had to take it off from here, 4 bolts or 3 bolts or whatever it was, because my headlight bolts stripped and they came from the inside out instead of outside in. That's the story. But she's a beauty, man. I'm gonna remove all the vacuum hoses, disconnect all the lines, pretty much everything. And then I'm gonna hop under the truck and disconnect the motor from the transmission, which I'll probably have to take the starter out first. Well, not probably, I do. And then we'll go from there. It snowed a couple days and stuff, so let's get going on it here and I'll show you guys the progress. Got the motor out. That's what this thing looks like. Pretty filthy. It's got leaks all over the place. Disconnected everything. The bolts for the these bolts here, there's 6 of them for the clutch. A lot of people are saying you could take the starter and take it out from there by rotating the engine, which is, in my case, I couldn't do that. I had to do that from underneath the transmission. There's a little hole underneath, down right there. You gotta put your finger in there, rotate the engine till you feel the bolt. Gotta use a medium socket with the swiveler so you can get it in like that, and your extension and a breaker bar. There's a lot of cleanup, but it is what it is. And this is what I'm putting in. Now this thing's got gaskets all around, powder coated the valve covers, powder coated the oil pan, brand new gaskets literally on the whole thing. Headers as well. And here we are again, a few months down the line, a month or 2 or 3, I don't know anymore. I lost track. Got this motor in here, got all the wiring in. This front end clip is just barely on. I just needed to put the radiator in with some fluids so that way I can run the motor. Connected the transmission, got a new clutch in there, got everything connected, ran the motor. It was misfiring like crazy. It was running on the front 2 cylinders and the back 2 cylinders. I took the box out. The box was out. It's literally just sitting on there. Had to grind all the bolts off, obviously. It's an old girl. She's a little rusty. Dropped the tank, cleaned the sending unit. Fuel pump is fine. Brake lines started to bust on me, so I kind of had them fixed a little bit by a little bit. But next step is getting a new sending unit, new fuel pump. I deleted the rear tank because the rear tank was full of water and rust and corrosion, and because the previous owner never used their rear tank because it had so much problem. So the next step is getting fuel lines, the dual fuel tank selector, a fuel pump, a sending unit, taking the box off, I'm thinking of taking the cab off and the fenders and just doing a freaking frame off restoration. But I ain't doing that until the motor starts running healthy. And as far as the motor, this guy actually, I can't thank him enough, came, checked the whole motor out, spark, compression. He used his experience and put it to use. Motor is fine. Next step is building the exhaust. So just the exhaust, and I need new motor mounts actually, because my motor mounts are shot. My motor is like blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I got this X-pipe, 3-inch X-pipe. I'm gonna be doing a stainless steel 3-inch exhaust with V-bands. So that way with the V-bands, if I decide, because I need an exhaust to hear this thing running healthy, to do a frame off restoration. So after I get the exhaust on with the V-bands, it's literally a clamp, boom, take the whole exhaust system off, set it to the side, no welding, no bullshit, no bolts, no connectors. Just clip it on, clip it off. I'll be doing a dual exhaust. Need to put the O2 sensor on so the map can read what the motor is doing and send enough fuel pressure and all that, which I didn't know until the guy came and told me. So the next step is putting the O2 sensor on, building an exhaust, getting new motor mounts, fuel pump, dual fuel pump select or dual fuel tank selector, fuel lines. And then once the motor starts running, then I can have all the motivation in the world to tear this thing apart. And after it's teared apart, we'll get everything going, because it ain't that bad underneath here, man. It really ain't. And I've been working on this truck for almost 2 years, so the experience that I've gathered and the amount of things that I've taken off and put on, off and on, off and on, it's getting easier. Let me just say that much for free. So after that, we'll replace all the freaking leaf springs, bushings, sand everything. I'm thinking of getting sandblasted, so we'll sandblast everything, get a not powder coated, maybe gravel guarded or some sort of protection underneath the whole frame. Get new joints, new bushings, new ball joints. I'm thinking of selling my car right there and dumping all that money into this beast. That'll be the video for this truck, I'm guessing, and I'll keep you guys updated. But this thing's acting like a Ford, and I'm gonna switch its genders, man. I'm gonna make it look like a Ford but act like a Silverado. No, I'm gonna get this thing going, man. I'm gonna bring it back to what it was and even better, with patience, a lot of hard work, and a lot of injuries to the hand. Slowly get this thing back up and ready to go. I'll keep you updated. I'm not sure how long everything will take, but I know for a fact it's gonna be a lot of work. But I slept like a baby yesterday knowing that the motor was good, because I drove 26 hours one way to pick up this motor. So that's the story of my girlfriend here. Put new rubber on it, wheels and tires on a truck like this, but I'm gonna make it look classy, man. I got a certain taste that I'd like something to look like, so we're gonna make this thing look clean. A lot of work, but that's what you get. It doesn't get cleaner than this truck, honestly. I'll take the box off. I did start sanding the frame a little bit, so that way I can get some, like, after grinding it off here, you can see I can get some sort of chemical to get most of the rust off too. And then after that, we'll go from there. The bottom looks sick. Everything else looks pretty good. It's just the motor. Oh, the door's locked. Interior, I ain't really worried about, because it's a single cab. So, a single cab, I can redo the interior in a day or two, pretty much. I'm probably gonna paint the dashboard black, get a whole surround sound system, new carpet, maybe new seat, I'm not sure yet, but get all the junk cleaned up. I got enough parts for 3 motors, pretty much. Kept going to the junkyard, buying distributors, buying ignition coils, buying anything I could, man. And if you're seeing this video, leave a like, subscribe, and maybe comment, and maybe you get to see this thing done. I'm excited. I know for a fact I'm gonna get it done, whether it takes me 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I don't give a shit. It's getting done.